Hey, what's going on? Shaquille Wiggins, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm sitting with Cavario. I'll let him introduce himself.
What's up, y'all? It's Cavario H, aka the Mind Club. Checking in.
Yep. So today we're eating R. Thomas. This is Thai Express.
Yes.
You know, actually, the first time I had this, I think I saw you order it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, most likely. As a matter of fact, were you the first person to take me to R. Thomas?
I was indeed. You and about 1,000 other people.
Yeah.
Literally 1,000 other people in the last 23 years.
Yeah. When you first took me there, this dish right here is 100% vegan.
Mm-hmm.
But when you first took me there, I wasn't ordering the vegan dish.
You're getting them wangs.
Yeah, I get a
R. Thomas's infamous wangs.
Mm-hmm.
R. Thomas is on Peachtree.
Mm-hmm. I would get the R. Thomas wings with the French toast, the half order French toast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I don't eat that now, but I remember the feeling I would have after eating it. One day you messed up my whole euphoric feeling because it was almost like an emotional eat. Like right, one day you was like, yeah, it's the sugar high you on. After you said that, it never hit the same. I was just like, dang.
Yeah, people don't really pay attention. Well, I mean, it's not that they don't pay attention. Something would have to kind of like be there in order for you to pay attention to it. They are completely unaware that it's present, right? People don't realize that once this, what is this? Quinoa, carrots, cabbage, broccoli, peanut sauce. Once this stuff goes past your tongue, it turns into whatever the chemical makeup of each of those items are. Mm-hmm. That's what it turns into. So your body doesn't know anything about, your stomach don't know nothing about none of these things. It's like programs, right. You know? It's information, it's coding, it's coding. Mm-hmm. So once it goes past your tongue and it gets broken down, it's coding. And so it's whatever chemical makeup is of the item that you're eating, that's what your body recognizes it as, and that's what it turns it into in terms of like its usage.
Right.
You know, what type of fuel it is.
Yeah, it's so crazy because I mean, how limited information I had regarding food and eating was it was very ridiculous. Like I've never had, prior to me being vegan or giving up meat, I never ate quinoa at all.
That's another thing, bro.
It's so crazy.
That's another thing. People be like, oh, so you don't eat this. They always have like 5 items.
Yeah. I was just about to say.
That's all they eat.
I was thinking in the back of my mind.
They call those off. If you don't eat those, then what do you eat? There's nothing else. It's like people are completely unaware of the infinite variety of food items you can consume.
Mm-hmm. That's so crazy.
They've been eating the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over. That's why they're all into the seasonings and the this and the that, because they haven't done anything to expand the variety of the foods that they consume. Mm-hmm. Limited capacity of the palate.
Mm-hmm. Man, I was that way 100%. I would eat like a burger. I would eat some wings. I would have like different variations of a pasta. So it might be like an Alfredo pasta or spaghetti or red pasta. I would have sometimes steak. And I'm trying to think about what else I would actually eat. I would go to every place and order one of those things I just named.
No matter what restaurant it was, no matter what type of cuisine it is.
No, it doesn't. And if they don't offer those things, I probably wouldn't go there. It's like they don't have wings. It's like I would go to a Thai restaurant, let me get the wings. I would go to an American restaurant, let me get the wings. I would go to, it doesn't matter. I would go to a Chinese spot, let me get the wings. It's like everybody give me the wings. That's basically
that
was the vibes.
That is not that's not conducive to one's optimal health, first of all.
Right.
And even the experience, to the degree that a person is enjoying their food experience. You can't keep eating the same thing at 20 to 5, 6, 7 that you were eating at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like you're literally eating the same exact thing you've been eating since you were a little kid and you're an adult. And it's like, I mean, I don't understand how you even enjoy food anymore. It's the same experience over and over and over and over and over and over again.
You know, so it's crazy. Just speaking on that, piggybacking on that, right? I was having this conversation with somebody, and we was talking about breakfast for some particular reason. This was before I was vegan, and I said something about cereal, and this dude looked at me with a straight face, and it jacked me up. He was like, "You still eat cereal?" When he asked me that question, I didn't even know like how to compute that because the expression and the tone, it was almost like unbelievable. Like because I was doing well financially, so it was like like you eat cereal for breakfast. I'm just like, no, everybody eats it. I didn't say that because I recognize how ridiculous in his mind it sounded, but in the back of my mind, I was thinking like, yo. You don't eat cereal every month. What do you be eating then? Like, what is like? What do you have every single month? You cook a full breakfast every time,
every single morning.
It's just like wow,
every single morning.
I couldn't wrap my mind around that.
Yeah, and that is really something. And the limit of experience that we have or exposure that we have as it relates to diet. That's probably like, no doubt, the primary reason for the widespread dis-ease that we have rampant in our communities, like with the high blood pressure, hypertension, heart disease, the strokes, the aneurysms, the heart attacks, and it's because, I mean, your food should be your medicine,
Right.
So when you're not feeling 100%, you should know how to consume the right things that bring you back to feeling your best.
Right.
But there's like no emphasis on that whatsoever in our community anyway. Outside of our community, there's a great deal more of a focus on that type of thing, eating to live. But in our community, we're still so busy using food as a salve on our hurt and our trauma and our pain. And then those emotional connections that people get with foods. And it's always the worst foods that they get the emotional connection with. Right. It's like you love the thing that is most likely to kill you.
Right.
It's normalized.
How do you respond to people saying stuff like being vegan is too expensive?
I mean, having been vegan for 30 years, I'm full aware of the cost of it, right? And them not having been vegan at all, they have no idea what they're talking about.
Right. Right.
The odd thing is, unless a person doesn't know that I've been vegan a long time, for them to say to me that, oh, it's too expensive, whatever, it's like, you don't eat vegan. I eat vegan.
Right.
I actually, and you would know that I would know the cost. And you would know that if I know you're not vegan, that you don't actually know the cost.
Right.
So what is the actual purpose of what you're saying? You're not actually talking to me.
Right.
You're just punching in the auto response that you've adapted from someone else's limited conversation about the vegan thing. Because if you had actually done it, you would know it is definitely not more expensive than a normal diet. It's not.
You know what's crazy? I was just having the same
normal, healthy diet.
Right, and that right there was one of those points that I had to admit to myself because I was just having this conversation that being vegan wasn't really more expensive than eating normal or eating a Western societal diet.
What they call standard American diet.
SAD. Okay, yeah, standard American diet, right? So when I said that, I was thinking because for me, I know you could most likely recall, I was spending like $1,000, I think a week at one point, just on eating out, and I was not vegan, right? And when I actually went vegan,
we had that app that kept track of the payment of the spending.
That's the reason why I was like, yo, what the heck? I'm spending $1,000 a week. That's like, golly, this is crazy. So when I actually did decide to go vegan, I was still spending the same because my habits were the same. Right. And so in my mind, it didn't really cost more. It was just different decisions. Then when I said to myself recently, when somebody made that statement, like, it's way healthier being, way more expensive being a vegan. I was like, no, it's not really. And then I thought about it, like, but